So everyone, okay, so what I wanted to do today was to bring to your attention this really cool strategy that's going to speed things up for people, I think. So it really is, if you're paying to bring in your seller leads and you're not seeing any return on your investment right now from your advertising spend, don't despair, because we found a really strong strategy that you can easily use for yourselves that I'm really happy to share with you right now because this is so fab. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a strategy that will revitalize your leads, and better yet, start a conversation where you get to offer your services to highly interested local homeowners who are actually thinking of selling their home right now but have no idea which local estate agent to choose. There are a lot of you, okay? There are many. Believe me, I've had to try and choose a few in the last 12 months, so I know what's going on. It's difficult to choose one. In fact, Dan's actually writing out the exact ad structure as we speak so that you can actually create your own one, put out today if you wanted to. You'd literally just copy, paste, and record it. Now, these are all designed to get quality seller leads in from the get-go from all those leads you've paid for, okay? Now, if you would like a copy of that document, drop me a line below. More than happy to send that over to you because I know that every little bit helps right now. I know it's a bit tricky. So my name is Tina Sanford, and if your seller leads are not currently converting into your instructions, then you might want to carry on watching my content so you can learn what you can do differently to achieve a better return on your monthly ad spend. I'm also the founder of estateagentsuccess.com. This is where you can actually also learn how to book in more valuations from all those leads that you've been paying for over the last goodness knows how long, okay? The simple methods that I share can actually be put into action immediately after watching my videos and get your instructions in faster. You want to be looking for those who actually want to sell their houses. You want to be able to move them on fast. So we've got lots of things about this. So today's live is about a Reels strategy for estate agents who have already brought in a ton of leads through advertising. This could be on Facebook. It could be on YouTube, actually. We can do this on YouTube. Instagram's also brilliant with this. In fact, Instagram's messaging is like less spammy at the moment. Let's say you've brought in a load of leads and nothing's happening with them. They're just sitting there. You've got all these paid for leads and just sitting in wherever it is you're keeping them on a spreadsheet, inbox or CRM. Now, if an estate agent spent a load of money on adverts, I'm not talking about marketing, I'm talking about adverts, then in my mind, they ought to be seeing some kind of return on their investment right now, okay? You know, we used to do really easily with estate agency lead generation. So the big question that I keep asking myself is like, where did it all go wrong? I've been going over this in my mind for the last, say 8 months or so. Well, the market's definitely changed. That's nothing new, but it's more than that, okay? The actual problem started last summer, the summer of 2022. And this is when advertisers will actually stop from being able to target a specific audience on Facebook, okay? Because before, what we would do as advertisers, we would build a specific avatar using market research in that particular area for each specific client. And then we'd use those specific details in which we found to the estate agent's advantage to target a very specific, let's say, pockets of people, let's say, okay? And for the estate agency industry, that would also include people who owned a property or a home or somebody looking to buy a home or property for those who needed more buyers coming in. And in amongst the market research is a little bit different for each area. Okay, different demographics. So it worked so well. It was so exciting. It was also fab. It worked well, okay? It was fantastic. Thing was, though, for us to actually use this well, we would personally put our ads out on Facebook because Facebook is a demon at gathering people's data, and then like hand in hand, we work together to create that perfect system of finding exactly the types of customers or clients that our estate agents needed. Brilliant, it was. Fantastic. Then, well, you know what happened. It was all over the news. And suddenly, no longer had this golden goose. But there are always other ways. There was advertising before Facebook came along. No, lead magnets was always the way to use anyway, and they were still working. We were in a hot market. People were looking to sell their properties. People were looking to buy properties. It was still working, okay, as long as you knew how to kind of use your advertising to target. But then, obviously, cost of living started getting up, interest rates started going up, the market changes, the economy changes. It meant that people started getting scared, I think. I mean, people were no longer gathering the lead magnets for useful reasons as such. it was like they were becoming squirrels. This is not just in our own industry. I know a lot of marketers, and it's like in a lot of industries. Like there was such market saturation as well. A lot of people putting lead magnets out there, and everyone like gathering all these things. It was almost like everyone was gathering this perceived valuable data, ready for this perceived storm ahead that was coming. You go check out your drive and see how many things you downloaded in the last 18 months. So, question is, how do we market so that we can instead find the few people around your area who actually have to move right now? There's always someone who needs to sell their house in every single market. If you think about it, there's always somebody who needs to sell. I need to sell a few of my properties right now. It's not working for me in some places, Now, there are probably many people who need to sell right now, but they're actually scared. Okay, let me explain to you about people, in case you didn't know. They're scared because they're not sure about the market. This is due to what they read in the media, okay? They're scared because they're looking at Rightmove and they're seeing a lot of the properties have gone in on the market in the last 6 months, some even for longer. I know some houses have been stuck on for way longer than that, even more than 12 months, are either stuck or they've been price adjusted or reducing price, sometimes more than once, okay? They're also very, very scared because they have no idea who to trust right now. And I hate to say this, but estate agents in general are not trusted. I'm sorry about that, guys, but there's, obviously a stigma about estate agents. So the question really is, what is the solution? Well, let's start with a couple of facts. Okay, first, there are two main reasons why people do not buy in any industry, okay? And this applies to estate agency too, okay? One is because there is no clarity at all on what it is you're doing. And two, why would they choose you? Now, in good times, referrals come in thick and fast. You're selling houses, they go and tell their family and friends, who then come to you because you're good at what you do. That's what tends to happen if you're a decent estate agent, and that's all I'm looking for. I'm looking to help a decent estate agents. Anything else, I'm not interested, okay? Okay, I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here, sorry. Anyway, so back to the real strategy. The real strategy works. You've got a ton of leads right now, and none are responding to your nurturing sequences or your calls, okay? Nobody likes to be called up when they put in their details, guys, especially not at the moment, because everyone's like unsure, okay? But the Reels framework is actually really simple to use. And all you're going to do with it, in a 60-second video, you're going to show them what it is that you do and why should they choose you. Just that in a 60-second video. You're going to capture their attention, you're going to say why, and they get to see you as a person. Guess what happens once they see you as a person? There you go. Now you can go sort out all your old leads. Now, if you want this, like I say, the structure, drop a little comment below. Really, really happy to share this with everybody. Really am. It's really, 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 really good for actually revitalizing old leads. Okay, I'm going to tell you actually, there was a friend of ours. They're actually in a completely different industry. It's a little bit of a sensitive subject, so I'm not going to put it out there. But basically, they had 11,000 leads dropped in these reels, and they had like over 200 calls over the weekend just for this. I'm not saying it's going to work exactly like that in this agency because it's a different marketplace, but any of those leads that you've brought in over the last, let's say even 18 months, if they are looking to sell, they're more likely to come and choose you because they see that you're a person and what it is that you do. You're creating clarity and a reason to choose you. So if you want this, drop a comment below. Send that over to you. Hope that helps. And